Hello there, it's me, earthmanbrick, and we're back with another TT Combat build. Let me just hold this back a bit. This is a Test Hill Satellite, which is for 28 to 32 mil scale, and it comes on 4 MDF sheets. Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be pretty cool. What I'm going to plan to do is I'm going to spray paint all these sheets on both sides black, and then I'll start pushing out all the bits and start dropping it all together. I mean, the instructions and everything, you can scan the barcode there, or QR code, that's what it's called, to get the instructions that way, or you can read through the list on the website and get them through those kind of means. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good set. It is kind of sci-fi gothic, so they're obviously going for the 40k kind of look and aesthetic. I'm not sure I'm going to go with that kind of basic aesthetic. I think I might try and add on a few bit more greeblies and things and make it relatively generic enough so that you can use it for modern builds as well as sci-fi. But anyway, I'm going to get to assembling this. Bye for now. See you again soon. Hello there, and we're back. Yes, and before I show you the final piece, this is remnants of the push-outs of what we've got left. That's technically not a push-out, that's actually part of the build, but I didn't bother building the base for the thing because I thought it kind of set it too much into the 40k style universe with all the arches and stuff, and it looks a bit too sci-fi techno-y. So what I've used instead is a bunch of old fishing reels. I got these recently from my father, who is the king of all fishermen. I think that's an accurate assessment. Yes, I mean, his room is just absolutely view askew, nothing but fishing trophies. He is the fish whisperer of sorts. And yes, as a result, he gives me lots of cool free stuff. So he gave me some old fishing reels and we've used that for the base. Anyway, so this is what's left on the sprues because of a result of what's been what we haven't used effectively. So there's a whole menagerie of bits there. We've got these long bits here which could probably serve as like a smaller scale version of boats or something. Very cool. So that's one of the sprues. Here's another. And you can see what I've done here is I've spray painted the whole thing black. Hasn't quite come out as black. It's more of a kind of a dark grey. And then I've stippled it with a big brush with white paint just to give it that initial texture. And I think it works. Did it on both sides as well. So yeah, a lot more bits there. In fact, we might end up making something else with all these extra bits and bobs. But that'll be for another video. I'm not going to go into that in this video. Bloody hell. We'd be here all day. And yeah, there's another one there. Very cool stuff. Yeah, lots of extra bits and bobs to play around with. But how did our one turn out? Well, what I did was I've used the fishing reel thing for the base, and then I've gone and weathered it up, and I've added texture paper mache and this stuff. And it's still drying, so I'm going to handle this relatively carefully. Yes, we don't miss a beat here. And here we go. Let's pop in for a closer look. So yeah, it's pretty darn big. Look at that. This thing's massive. You definitely get your money's worth. And these 4 sprues, and there's plenty more bits aside. So as you can see here on the base, it's 1, 2, 3 fishing reels. And yeah, they've stacked up rather nicely. And yes, we've added a heck of a lot of the textured mache, textured paste type of thing. It's all homemade. Just using cheapy acrylic craft paints. And a little spot of acrylic ink just to add to those greens. And as you can see, it does give it that kind of a mossy kind of that's like a sea sea moss kind of thing. And yeah, I'm really pleased with this result. And yeah, we've gone in with this orange just to sort of try, well, it's technically, what is it? Red earth to complement the green. So just used very sparingly just to add some extra rust and little bits of detail. And then we've used this olive green here. And again, these are just acrylic inks, relatively cheap. Hell of a lot cheaper than your GW stuff, that's for sure. A lot more bang for your buck. And yeah, I really like the end result. And if I flip this upside down, you'll be able to see a bit more of what it originally looked like. So this was transparent. And usually if you just go on with regular paint on the thing, it won't hold. It'll end up scratching off way too easily and end up looking a bit naff. So the trick I always use is just to hit it up with a rattle can black gloss spray paint, and then what that does is the gloss and the paint kind of act as an adherence and gives it an extra layer and coat, so you can paint on that no problem. So yeah, would I recommend this kit, the Test Hill Satellite from TT Combat? Hells yeah! I'll be able to use this in post-apocalyptic and sci-fi and modern games, no problem. Love it. That's all I've got for you today, so thanks again for watching, and bye.